What up, people? Smitty at the shop. A little bit of work before play. A little bit of work before more work. Just trying to put together a plan for the JK today. Lift is here. Steering box is here. Differentials are already here. Going to start by putting the front diff in. I'm actually going to drop the front diff out. Put the steering box in. Put the new front diff in along with the new coil springs and shocks, etc. And then I'll move to the back of the car and I'll do the rear one. At some point in that process, I am going to have to pull the differential cover on the new front diff just because I want to verify what the gear ratio is. The kid I bought it from thought they were 373s, but he didn't seem 100% confident, and I have 321s in the Jeep, so if they match, then I'm not going to replace the rear one. I'll just swap some parts out. If they are, in fact, 373s, I'll be doing the front and the rear differential swap. So that's going to be the plan for today. As soon as I get done with this quick job here, a couple of tires, I am going to pull the Jeep in, get that set up on the lift, and then I'm going to get the forklift out. The new differentials are still in the back of the Silverado. I haven't even done anything with them in the last week. It's just been too busy. So I'm going to get them out and get them set up on the forklift just so I can get some kind of want to just get some kind of seamless. Damn. That's going to fight me. I want to get some kind of seamless transition on the differential so that I'm not wasting all sorts of time trying to figure out how to get one off the transmission and the other one on, etc., etc. So I think what I'll do is probably fight with this for a while. I think what I'll probably do is fight with this tire. Like I've never done tires. That's what happens when people leave tires on their car for just a little bit too long. Very stiff, crunchy side. Where was I think what I'll do is get a couple of pallets, get the new differential on some pallets so that they're easier to swap over. And then swap them between the tranny jack and pallets, new to old, old to new. That's our plan. Stay tuned. What up, people? Smitty at the shop with the Wrangler on the lift. This week went fast. Holy cow, the shop was crazy busy. Today was crazy busy. But we got the Jeep in tonight, 6:30 on a Friday night. So I present to you Jeep Wrangler Rebuild Part 2, which is French for... That's French for two. I don't know how I know that. But anyway, we're going to at least yank this front diff out tonight. Get that on the floor. We'll see how motivated I am tonight. To be honest with you, I'm exhausted. But what else do I have to do? I just scarfed down some dominoes. I'm about to crack open a fresh brouhaha. And I got a pile of parts on the floor. So let me show you what I got here on the floor. There you go, fresh box of parts from Rough Country. 4 shocks, 4 coils, got some brackets for the brake hoses, got a reman steering box. So that's the deal. take new parts in box, put on old busted up Jeep. That's our plan for tonight. So, stay tuned and let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, so there you have it. That sucker is out of there. Gonna pull a couple of parts off of it. But right now I'm gonna tackle that steering box with that broken shaft. So let's wrestle that out of there. All right, so if you look in there, there's that steering box. There's the two lines that go to it for the fluid. 4 bolts hold it on, and then there's a, it's not a rag joint, it's a U-joint, which I've already unbolted. So we're just going to disconnect those lines, let it drain out here a little bit, and swap the new one in. All right, there you go. Steering box is up in there, lines are connected. Steering column is bolted back up. Just going to clean things up a little bit here. I'm going to throw the front arms on. It took, not even an hour. And that's taking my time. And, for those of you that are going, I could have done that in 15 minutes. First of all, I could work circles around you. I came up through the business as a flat rate tech, so I know how to make time. Doing this type of stuff is what I find relaxing, which some of you may find ironic, but I enjoy this. I can take my time, I can contemplate moves, I can consider different things, and just drink a beer and just go at my own pace. And that works for me. But you're young punks talking about nonsense. Just messing with y'all. There you go. I ripped this fender off, by the way. I don't think that was on video. I was like, it's got to come off anyway. Let me rip it off there, and look at that. Boom, there's the steering box. All right, let's go get the front arms out of the Duramax. Maybe I'll pull the Duramax in too, since that's got the differentials in the back of it. Let's go see what's up. All right, so I'm just comparing the bars, the ones that came off the truck, and the one the guy gave me with the differential. Those look good. Passenger side those are. The side that got hit. I don't see any tweak whatsoever in them. Same with this over here, except driver's side upper. See if you can see that. That one right there is tweaked. That's got a bend in it. The rest of them look good though. Surprise, surprise. All right, let's get them installed. Well, you talk about overlooking the obvious. It's just one of those things I hadn't noticed. There's the flange. There's my flange. Not a huge deal. I just got to swap them over. It stands to reason because the Jeep that these came out of had a lift kit in it. So they went with a longer drive shaft, which had probably, it had a standard U-joint. What are these, 1320s? Is that what they are, 1350s? 1350s. I've been away from the U-joint world for too long. So we're just going to swap flanges out. Anybody need them, let me know. And there you go, presto changeo. And obviously I have to do the same to the rear when I get to that. Typically I would have replaced the seal. Nobody had it in stock though. Otherwise I would have waited till tomorrow. But it's in there, I can always swap it out if I have to. It's certainly a simple job. All right. All right, well, for all intent and purpose, it's in. Obviously, I still got to swap the brakes out. I got to do something with the brake lines. There's an extension for them. What I didn't mention is my track bars didn't show up. Looked like they were stuck somewhere in Chicago. Great job, FedEx. So I'm not going to be test driving it this weekend anyway. What time is it? Yeah, it's an easy job. It's just all the screwing around of swapping stuff over. Then you run into stuff like the drive shaft flange. The forklift won't start. That's the stuff that turns it into a project. But anyway, it's 10:30. That's it. I got to tighten the shocks up. Like I said, put the sway bar end links on and then screw around with the brakes. And then I guess I'll swap the rear one tomorrow at some point. So that's it for the front. All right, people, we're back at it. Getting ready to pull a rear diff on the JK. It's about 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday morning. I've been waiting for a parts delivery that I set in at 8 a.m. when they opened. Maybe there was some miscommunication. Maybe they didn't realize when I said, yeah, I need the Jeep shit this morning. That didn't mean I need the Jeep shit this morning. Anyway. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can hear the radio. That band was called Hollywood Rose. It was the early version of Guns N' Roses. Axl Rose sounds horrible in that, and that's been on rotation on XM radio. Good God, it's like the worst demo and the worst singing. It literally makes me cringe every time I hear it. Anyway, back to the JK. We're gonna set to getting this rear differential out and get that all squared away. The front's all done. I'm waiting on brake pads. That's really I'm waiting on. Cleaned up the rotors because I'm gonna replace them at some point. Waiting on some sway end links, and that's it. I gotta put the brake line extenders on and tighten the shocks down. As I mentioned yesterday, I don't have any track bars. They did not come. They left Chicago, I noticed this morning, but I probably won't have them until Tuesday or Wednesday. So that kind of puts me in a bind as far as driving it, but that's okay. Let's get the rear end out. All right, there you have it. That's the new one that's going to go in. As you can see, it's got the track bar relocator already on it, as well as bump stop extenders, just like the front one. We're going to swap the yoke over and then throw it up in the air. And I tell you what, not a moment too soon, because I took the old axle and threw it on the forklift and went across the yard and put it on a pallet and ran out of propane in the forklift. So I'm glad it happened then. So we got to get more propane on Monday, and also an ignition switch for that forklift, because I'm tired of screwing around with that. All right, let's get this in. And there you have it, back on all fours. Lift is all done, differentials are in. As I've mentioned, just waiting on those adjustable track bars, which are in Massachusetts right now. They were in New York for a couple days, now they're in Massachusetts. So we'll see if FedEx can get them to us at the beginning of the week. Part 3, we're going to strip the fender off and start yanking on sheet metal. See where we need to be with this damage over here. So stay tuned. Smitty.